John Miller, your Lake Stevens Realtor, coming at you here on Monday, the 12th of April. Happy April. Happy spring. Looks like we're getting warm weather this week, which is great. So, hope everyone had a great spring break and is ready to get back to work. So, question today comes out of Marysville, Washington. Questions regarding about valuations. I know I've had a video about valuations in the past. This one has to do with, how do we value properties in this stronger market? And that is a huge question. It's a question that comes up probably every day in our office. It's something that agents right now are really struggling with, and I'll go into the why on that here in just a second. Anyway, there's three methods we use to value real property. I've gone over this before. Number one is our sales comparison approach. And for most residential resale homes, that's exactly the process we use. 99% of my valuations are probably sales comparison. And that's where we compare sales of comparable properties, and that's how we determine value. And we try to compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. Obviously, location is paramount. And then we look at all the rest of the top priorities: the square footage, the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, the age of the home, the lot size, and we try to get it as close as possible. No two properties are alike, but we do get pretty close. And we try to, many times we'll give a range of value. And if we don't have if we have a very strong level of confidence, it's a very narrow window. And if we don't have as strong a level of confidence, we have a much wider window. The second way we value properties is by the income approach. And we do that with investment properties. And we look at the income and expenses of that particular revenue generating property, whether it's a rental or a commercial space or what have you. And we generate what's called a cap rate, or rate of capitalization. And there's generally a going cap rate that investors want to see, and that fluctuates depending on the economy. And then that's how we find value. We use that rate of capitalization, and that determines our value. There's a number of formulas that go into that, and I'd be very happy to go over the detail on that if you have any questions. And then the last one is the cost approach. I'll be honest, I don't use that ever. It's used in primarily new construction, but basically that's taking, what would be the cost to build this home, literally, if you were to reproduce this home, and then we factor in an amount of depreciation, and that gives us our value. Now, that one is a little wonky, but we use that in new construction more than anything else. I don't handle that aspect of valuation, so it's something I don't use. An appraisal will do all three, and then weight those appropriately, and by and large, most of the time using a sales comparison approach. So that being said, how are we valuing properties in this market when everything is just crazy? And the answer to that comes with what we call premium buyers. It's how we've typified them, is that they're buyers that are willing to come in way over market. They have a phenomenal cash position, are willing to make escalation clauses, willing to make an additional deposit in the event of low appraisal, and basically waive a number of contingencies, artificially pushing the prices up every few months, it seems. I was looking one in Bothell where it seemed like every 60 days they were making this huge leapfrog because of all the premium buyers that had gobbled up properties the month before. There's a severe shortage. The reason for all of that is there's a severe shortage of inventory. We just don't have houses to sell right now, and that is really creating an increase in price, an artificial, in my opinion, increase in prices because of all those buyers that have to buy and are willing to come in over the top. It's unfortunate because we have a lot of buyers that are VA or USDA and do not have the best cash position. Maybe they've got good income or good credit and are making good offers, but they simply can't compete with someone with that kind of cash position. So then the question then from sellers is, well, how do I value my property given that there are premium buyers out there? And the answer is, quite frankly, we don't know. There's a great deal of guesswork, because I can run comparable sales all day long. I can tell you what this property will probably appraise for. And then as for the premium, what a buyer is willing to pay up and over the asking price, that's honestly a question for buyers. Is how high are they willing to go? $25,000, $50,000, $100,000? Again, I closed one in the fall, $205,000 over market. And we just have no way of putting of objectifying that amount. It's unfortunate. So that's usually how we counsel our sellers, is we see, here's the value that I'm showing, sale of comparable properties, and there are premium buyers that will probably drive this price up even further. We just don't know how much. And it's very frustrating all the way around. It's not an easy thing to do. I'm helping agents with valuations probably 2 or 3 times a week here in this office. I have a lot of questions from agents, a lot of questions from sellers. It's honestly, I'm not happy with the market right now. I think it's kind of hurting things in long term. Anyway, that's my opinion. That's valuation. If you have any questions about how we value property or the value of your property, you can certainly reach out to me directly. I'd be very happy to answer those questions. Interest rates on a 30-year fixed 3.13 and holding steady this week. We are expecting it to see it creep up here upwards of this year. Anyway, wherever you are, stay safe and healthy. We love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.